Welcome creative friends, Edna Edie here from the Creativity Activist, bringing you a happy mail share today. I packaged this up using the Rosie Studio Day to Remember collection, and it's got lots of little blues and pinks and some birds. Lots of blue, very blue forward for me, not a colour I work with a lot, but here we go. Did find this little 3D printed little bow container, so I'm putting some bits and pieces inside there and sharing some sweet treats, which is par for the course. And then the primary reason for the happy mail is in here. So I made this little quasi envelope with the little flap on it. I did use one of my favorite border strips in silver. This collection does come with gold highlights, so I've mixed the gold and the silver, and one of my go-to frame style embellishments there, layering up the puffy stickers and the little frames and die cuts from the collection. Another one of my little border strips there that I use all the time. I did use some little Velcro on there and then quasied up the envelope just like that. The impetus for this happy mail was this die set from Scrap Diva. I did accidentally have two of these in my cart, and the person that this is going to was the first person I thought might love this die, and this is the challenge to them. If they already have it, that's okay, but it's their job to work out who to pay it forward to. This is the long label set from Rosie Studio, and some fun little notes as well, just to brighten the package up a little bit. So that's what's in that envelope. So that started the happy mail, and then I've gathered up some additional things. So this is just a paper sack from, I think this is actually from Kmart, and I've just made a loaded pocket out of it by adding a little gusset onto the front there. And on the front I've used everything from the collection except this is one of the new birds from the garden party collection. So I've layered up some border strips on top of the paper, and this is a chipboard frame also from Garden Party. Everything else is from A Day to Remember. And then inside the package itself, I've got some little pink dangles, still sharing some things from Hobby Lobby from last year. Some little bows. I did buy these especially for this recipient from Daisy Chain who stock green Tara flowers. And then I've made a tag flip, which we'll go through in a moment. I'm finally paying forward this packaging, which came to me in Happy Mail. Hopefully the person who made it is watching. I know who they are. They won't mind me paying it forward. And I did make up some of these friend word sentiments. So I built those up and I've popped those in there. And I'm paying that forward, which is what we should do, but I like to keep on, hold on to it for some time. And then I'm sharing some favours, so pre-made rosettes. I did make these rosettes here on top of the rosettes were pre-made and gifted to me in my Galentine swap this year. So thanks, Ange, I'm finally using them. And then just little bits and bobs from the range to make those. And also from Hobby Lobby, I thought this recipient would particularly like those. So they are the gifts that are going in the make. There's one more look at the bag when it's nice and flat, just a little bit of extra on the top and at the side there. And then for the tag flip itself, I did use the actual tags that I gifted as part of the swap in this tag flip. So I have a little dangle, of course, especially for you. And then these are some of the beads that I'm gifting as well. And this handcrafted with care is from the tag set that I'm gifting. So I'll just use that with the silver and some little bits of texture. And then this ticket is from the die set as well. So I've just doubled up the ticket back to front with paper and then built up using elements from the collection. Notice the prevalence of birds. I loved the birds in this range. And then also another tag set, not the one I'm gifting, but loved this tag set also from Scrap Diva. Nice vase there. And then this one is a Rosie's, not Rosie, sorry, what do we call that? Uniquely Creative tag, another bird and a beautiful saying there by Mark Twain. And then this is the sister to the previous tag. Lovely is my favourite word, so it's always nice to see that that's included in collections. Little florals, little bees. And then here, this is one of the tags from the gifted die set with the big balloon on it, and it's got the topper on it as well. And then finishing, oh, not finishing, getting to, actually, I think this is also the Uniquely Creative one with the scallop on the top. These are the two from the die set that I'm gifting. And there's the pink scroll out the side there from Uniquely Creative as well. Another bird, another lovely, a stamp. Loved the papers in this range as well. Lots of birds and florals. And then finishing on the beautiful big house. Another little birdie in there. And then I put it on a white ring, and then I made some soft tassels. So there are some ribbons, some sort of pale blue and white ribbon, but I did use a lot of soft ribbons, and I've put little bits on the end of things. So soft twines with knots in them. And then that same silver ribbon, I did blue on one end and pink on the other. And then lots of little beads on the end of those other things there. So that rounds out the tag flip and the little bit of happy mail. It is a public holiday, 4th of May, when I'm recording this today, so this won't go out in the post till tomorrow, and it'll make its way to its recipient. I hope it's well received. I really enjoyed making this with the lovely collection. Lots of birds. Enjoy.